we're gonna look at Fire Knight. Great start. Fire Knight, stage 10. Show you the team setup. Lady Mikage, she has crit cap. She's 315 speed in Fire Knight. She's gonna open with meta and then prioritize her stun. I'm gonna turn that off. I don't know that that really matters if that's turned off, but we want to make sure she doesn't change back. Because she didn't change back, she will still be in meta. So we have her open with this and then prioritize this. This is in case for some reason the Riho does not reflect back something that Kymar throws out. She will reflect back the weaken, and what you don't want her to reflect back is the stun. So this is more like, I just see it as a safety net to try to get her to throw that back. We don't have a ton of accuracy, but she gets 80 from her aura, so that puts her like 322. She's slightly low for the boss, but I think it's enough for the waves. And then on round 3, prioritize the meta so that she goes back, and then she will prioritize her ally attack. And then I just let her do whatever, because they're both single hits, so it doesn't really matter. I guess increased duration of all ally buffs, so you can keep up the crit damage longer. Round 1, just let him do whatever. Round 2, whatever. I only have 50% crit. 100% crit will probably guarantee that you land the poison on Riho so that she reflects the poison back. Either way, it's not really that big a deal. I do have enough resistance on Kymar by happenstance. I didn't really plan it, but it's enough to resist whatever Riho throws back. Generally. And then on the boss, we just have him reset, and we have him open with his A1 and then reset. Longbeard, 282, crit capped. I can show the builds of what actual gear they're in after the run. I mean, he has some attack. Generally, the team doesn't take a hit at all because of the stun, so they don't need to be real tanky, so you can afford to build for damage. Round 1, I let him do whatever. Round 2, I turn these two off. Ideally, you have him built with 345 accuracy, or, well, if you take 80 off, 265 accuracy, so that he can land the weaken on the boss. I didn't do it. In the end, it doesn't matter a whole lot because the boss usually dies to another nut A3 and renders most of the damage they do cycling back irrelevant. I've got this turned off just to make sure he has it for this wave. I don't think they even cycle back. I let them A3 on wave 1, and they usually kill somebody each with it. But then on wave 2, I turn it off to make sure that it's available for round 3 when they need it. Both set up the same way. They open with their A1s to knock down the shield, and then prioritize the A3. If everybody was a whole lot faster, you could just A3 reset and A3 with the ally attacks. But this is a much slower, more reasonable build. I think in order to do that fast team, Longbeard needs to be like almost 370, and that's just not realistic for me considering my fastest champions are barely over 370. So I feel like these speeds are attainable. I do have Fire Knight bonus up to 8 speed, I believe. Somewhere around there. And alright, show you the run, what it looks like. There we go, stun. Do some AoE hits. There's the A3s. Like I said, it's not a big deal because this team does not kill the waves fast. It is a slow wave clear, which is why speedrunners don't use it. Double Nut is not a speedrun team. So there you go, reflected back the poison and resisted it. Everybody, or those 3 got poisoned. Now we'll stun them and decrease their turn meter. I've done this run 100 and about 150 times so far, and I've had 2 fails, I believe. I don't know why they failed, didn't see it. I would assume it was resist on the nuts. You do want Longbeard to be the slowest in this version. I've tried it with him being faster than the nuts and doubling up there. Does not work. The timing of the ally attack is wrong. You do want a Phantom Touch proc here. I think if this shield has more than 11, it's not going to work. Probably, who knows, it might fail this run, just show me how it fails. She's going to ally attack. These 2 are both going to A1 now, or A3. A3 from him. And now ally attack, and now it's just a matter of ally attacking and keeping the turn meter of the boss down until we get their A3 back and they just bash the boss to death. The timing is pretty tight here. When right here, I believe. Oh no, this actually was one of the better runs. Okay, I have seen Lady Mikage get really close to not getting her turn, that ally attack in time, but that was a bit of a slower run. So this is not the best turns. I think that was a random Georgia team that I used. But this is a personal best time with this exact team, exactly as they're built now. Say Mikage, Lady Mikage, Prince Kaimar, and Longbeard all have Phantom Touch. You need at least 1 proc in all those ally attacks, or this could fail. So maybe that's the fail point. I'll show you the builds now that they're going to be at the top. Exactly how they're built. Speed and protection, 3-piece. She's got a neck. I got a refresh ring on, so maybe she'll cycle back. Let's see what the Fire Knight bonus is. Oh, I have 12 speed in Fire Knight. That's more than I thought. A little bit of crit damage, a little bit of ignore defense, mostly not relevant. The speed, very relevant. Yeah, so Kaimar, righteous and speed and broken, because this weapon is fast and this helm is fast. And that's it. He has reaction piece on. pretty much seen this in the. So yeah, that gives me 333. I don't know the exact minimums on these builds. Like, he doesn't even have a set, period. This is literally just random gear to achieve that speed, crit damage, and accuracy. Like I said, Lady brings in 80, so it's enough. I have 2 refresh accessories on Longbeard. That's probably when my faster runs happen, I would guess. When the refresh procs. Don't know. But he is in 3-piece protection and 2-piece righteous. With a random chest. Has +1 speed on it. And he is in 3-piece protection and 2-piece cruel. I don't know why I keep clicking on those individually. Unascended gear. Not cool. And yeah, 281, 262 crit damage. Still more than enough to cap, because the multipliers are really good on Blessed Bash. I have Soul Reaps. I don't really know how practical they are. Most of the time they almost never seem to come into account. So I have Giant Slayer on this nut. This nut does not. He's my faster one, and the reason for that is Sand Devil. If he had Giant Slayer, my Sand Devil team would not work. The extra hits will wake the boss up, and for some reason, I don't know why, but if the boss wakes up, he takes a turn, and if the boss doesn't wake up, he doesn't take a turn. Don't really understand it, but that's why this one is built with Helm Smasher. It's just there to help his A2 and A1s whenever it procs. Alright. And that is my Fire Knight Hard 10 team.